It's Emma Monroe and you are watching Meet the Franchisor, the place to go to get all your questions answered from the franchise business which you may one day own. Today's interview is with Ghost Armour, with Damon Pennell, who's the owner of Ghost Armour Australia, which is based in, funnily enough, Australia. So with no further ado, let's meet the franchisor. Welcome, Damon.
Good morning, Emma. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, happy to talk about my brand.
Excellent, excellent. So first question, let's go straight down the line, Damon. Who is Ghost Armour Australia and what do you represent?
Certainly. Well, I'll give you a little bit of history of how I got to get to Ghost Armour Australia. I was over in the US a couple of years ago on holiday, going through one of the big shopping malls in the US and came across this kiosk called Ghost Armour, and I had a look at the product, got on my phone, thought it was sensational, came back to Australia, did some more research, and then decided to fly back over there 6 weeks later and spend 2 weeks in the head office learning about the brand, making sure that this was a brand I wanted to invest in, and this was a brand I thought could really excite the Australian marketplace. Hence, I purchased the master franchise 12 months ago. And opened first kiosk at Westfield Chermside in June 2013, and have since built that business up and have sold a franchise to Westfield Carindale, to a group of people there who are really excited and are really working hard on the brand and getting a lot of success.
Excellent, excellent. So you're relatively new in the country. So when you're looking at expanding, do you mind sharing with us a little bit about your model and what do you value in a franchisee?
Certainly. Okay, to probably let people know what I'm looking at my model, look at the US model. And the US model started in 2007 with one franchise. Now in 2014 they have 250 franchises throughout America. And,
fantastic.
Yeah, other countries. So it's a really big brand. The sort of person I'm looking for as a franchisee is a person with a passion for the brand once they learn about it, to be proactive, to be working the brand. I don't want somebody to come in who buys a business and wants to sit back and tell people that, hey, I've got a great business, but they're not working it. I want to work with these people to make them financially sound for the rest of their life and also for their family.
Fantastic. So when you look at the model over in the States, Damon, and look at what you're doing here, how far do you want to expand within Australia?
Yeah, well, I suppose the brand and the supply and demand element of the brand will let me know how many that I would like. I certainly don't want to open anywhere and everywhere. I don't want to have 500 in Australia. I'm looking at maybe having, 20 to 50 franchises throughout Australia, because I want those franchisees to maximise their marketplace. And I don't want them fighting with somebody else who's 5 k's away. It's got to be a fair distance away so they can make a profit, because my franchise model is built on no ongoing franchise fees. So the only way I, as the master franchisor, can make a profit is by my franchisees purchasing stock off me. So if they aren't selling, I'm not earning, and the brand isn't moving forward, and that's just doesn't come in my vocabulary.
So Damon, as a franchisor, you've obviously got a solid plan for expansion within Australia. What do you, as a franchisor, offer to a franchisee?
Well, I pretty much offer turnkey operations. So I have a kiosk model. I already have relationships with shopping centres. So I pretty much offer the whole box and dice. Offer the training, ongoing training, product development, and also offer the availability to be there 24/7 for my franchisee.
Excellent. And what is, from your feedback from your franchisees so far, what's the best part of owning a Ghost Armour franchise?
The best part of owning a Ghost Armour franchise is that there's nobody else in the marketplace that sells a product like ours. Ours is a polyurethane skin that goes over mobile devices and has a lifetime warranty. Up to now, if you wanted screen protection or phone protection for your phone, you would go to the cheap shop, what could I say, where they sell all the cheap cases, and they're just flimsy, they break, they don't really protect your phone, whereas Ghost Armor is an engineered product which protects your phone and has a lifetime warranty. To have a lifetime warranty on a $29.95 product is pretty special, and I think that's what stands Ghost Armor out from all of these other cheaper devices or protection devices. So
Absolutely.
moving forward as a brand, I think it's got huge growth as a brand.
And what does a franchisee's day look like?
Franchisee's day looks like coming into work. Shopping centres are obviously, if you want to go in a shopping centre, there are some different models that you could choose. If you decide to go into a shopping centre, shopping centres open at 9 a.m. in the morning. You're there 15 minutes early, getting everything set up, ready for the customers. We work during the day, obviously greeting our customers, installing product, doing mall relations, talking to other telco partners, JB Hi-Fi, Telstras, etc. So when they sell new phones, they send their customers to Ghost Armor to get them protected, knowing that that's the best thing that they can do for their customer. They work during the day, close the shop at 5 o'clock, and spend 20 minutes cleaning up and do the cash out, and go home and get ready to do the same thing again tomorrow.
Excellent, excellent. And could this be an add-on business to existing phone stores or anything like that? And this is a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very good question, Emma. Can be. As I said, my business models, there are a few different business models. One of the business models is that, let's say we already have a phone repair company who are looking to have a unique selling point to their brand over the other phone repairs in the shopping centre. If they were to buy a Ghost Armor license, they would have the license to sell that product exclusively in their centre. So that would certainly help to grow their brand and their business against the other guys who just do phone repairs and sell the same old cases.
Fantastic, very good. And obviously the brand is really strong in America, so if you can introduce that into your existing stores over here, then that's going to make it even stronger, isn't it?
It is. It's exciting because when the consumers see the product, use the product, they're just amazed by it. We have so much referrals, it's just crazy. People just love telling their friends about it, and love buying them gift vouchers so they can experience what Ghost Armor can do for their mobile devices. And because we do phones and laptops and iPads and Navmen and watches and PlayStations, yeah, we cover a whole range, so we can pretty much do whatever the consumer wants to protect.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's good to hear. Now let's look at the numbers, Damon. What is the investment bracket that's needed to be considered a franchisee?
Yeah, franchisee, as I said, it comes in a few different models, but let's take the most expensive model. The most expensive model would be to go into a shopping centre where you would need a shop fit. Shop fits, we have a Ghost Armor shop fit, and to buy the license and to have the kiosk, to have the first month's startup stock with the full training, you look at an investment between $75,000 and $90,000.
Fantastic, excellent. Obviously there's different packages, so that's a good range for you to be looking at. Do you have any financing options, or can you refer them to someone that could look at financing them into that?
Yes, I do have. I deal with a bank, and that bank has a lending officer who has already talked to some prospective franchisees currently for Ghost Armor, so we have the availability to open some doors for them when it comes to financing. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Now, it's great that you've been able to model it on the States and seen some of the challenges that they've had and be able to start afresh here in Australia. What are some of the challenging areas that you're currently dealing with in the marketplace with Ghost Armor, and what are you doing to overcome them?
Okay, so obviously having a brand new brand in Australia that nobody's heard of, it's getting the brand out there. Hence,
Yes.
hence why we opened in, big traffic flow shopping centres. Because part of the marketing budget, normally you would, sometimes you might have a lower rent basis and a higher marketing. But with Ghost Armour, how it's worked over there, to be visual, to have a lot of walk past traffic, that's where we need to be. For Ghost Armour to be successful, for a franchisee, you probably need between 12 and 18 customers a day. So we're not looking at huge numbers.
Yes.
So with those sorts of numbers, where you need to be is in the shopping centre. The other task, the other challenge is to make sure your sales team are proactive with the brand. We don't have people standing behind the counter doing nothing. It's their jobs to interact with the customers when they walk past our site. It doesn't mean to say we hassle people, but we always interact and offer them the opportunity if to come over and talk to us if they'd like to protect their phone. Now that the brand has been out for a little bit, we have a lot of cupcakes, as we call them. Cupcakes, the customers just walk up to us and just throw us their devices and say, please do it. We know all about Ghost Armour, and that's when we really get excited.
I like that term, cupcake customers.
Yes.
Very nice. Now, when prospective franchisees are coming to you and you're starting off the relationship, Damon, how would you like to see that relationship develop?
Obviously, it's always the easiest way to start communication is by email, because the prospective franchisees may be interstate. I can send them some information so they can drill down deeper into the brand, find out some of the USPs and find out some of the great selling points. From there, if they want to talk further, we can then meet and go through more in-depth information about turnover and profit margins, etc.
Excellent. And where can they find you online at the moment, Damon?
Online at the moment, we have an Australian Facebook page, Ghost Armour Australia. We also have an international website, ghost-armour.com.au. That's got our worldwide brand on there. And my personal email is dpownell, POWNELL, at ghostarmour, GHOSTARMOR.net.au, and also can be contacted on my mobile at 0400 391 975.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Damon, for giving us that insight into Ghost Armour. Is there any last comments that you'd like to make before we finish?
Yeah, just really quickly, just explain how Ghost Armour probably evolved very quickly. Back in the Desert War, the helicopters were taking off the desert sand, and one of the big problems for the army was that the sand was pitting the blades of the helicopters, and it was becoming dangerous. So someone decided to wrap them in polyurethane, and that certainly saved those and overcame that problem with the US Army. From there, it was brought out to polyurethane was brought out to commercial uses, and the guys from Ghost Armour started and decided they would use the polyurethane to protect mobile devices. It's a really great rubberized product. It has a lot of bounce rate. It deflects scratches and also any debris when you drop your phone. So it's a really, really, really great device. And obviously there's nobody else in Australia that has this product or has a product similar to it. There are a couple of shelf products, but the big difference with Ghost Armour is that ours is a total experience. We get your phone, we clean it down, we install it professionally with a product that has a lifetime warranty. So when you walk away for spending $29.95 for getting your screen done, you've seen the product looks really great, you know it's going to last, and you have that security of a lifetime warranty. So as anyone starting out in a new brand, it ticks a lot of the boxes.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Damon, for giving us such a great insight into Ghost Armour. Now that you have met the franchisor, if you do have any other questions, go to those contact details that Damon just mentioned, and you can go to the Ghost Armour Australia Facebook page, and I'm sure you'd be more than happy to answer some questions there as well, Damon.
Certainly would, Emma, certainly would.
Excellent. Now, did you like this interview? I certainly enjoyed doing it for you. If you enjoyed it, please like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with your friends. Till next time, thank you. Bye.